quadrilateral NATS has coordinates of N, A, T, and S there. And you need to prove that this quadrilateral NATS is a rhombus. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure I graph those points, N, A, T, S, and connect it. So that is my rhombus. I'm going to ask myself, what actually is a rhombus? I know a rhombus has opposite sides that are congruent and parallel. So in this question, I am going to prove that all of these sides have the same length. Now, on a coordinate grid, I cannot count diagonal lines. I don't know what the value of this line is. I can only count vertical and horizontal distances using the grid there. So to do this, I am going to use the Pythagorean theorem 4 different times for each of these lines. So I'm going to start with the side NA, and I am going to just zoom in here now, and I'm going to make a right triangle from this side, and I can call this A, this B, and that diagonal side that I'm solving for is going to be C. So if I write out our Pythagorean theorem here, the value of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, positive 5 squared. The value of B is also 5 squared. I take the square root of both sides, and the square root of 50 in the calculator is about 7.07. So, using the Pythagorean theorem, I know that this side is worth 7.07 units long. Now, because this is a rhombus and it's telling me to prove it's a rhombus, I already know that this shape is a rhombus, but all of my work needs to prove it. So every time that I do the Pythagorean theorem here, I should be getting the exact same number. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you should pause the video and try it out on your own so you can see if you can get the right answer. So now I have used the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of all 4 sides, and I see that all 4 sides are indeed equal. So that is enough to prove that this is a rhombus. If I want to go through and prove that all of the slopes are the same, I could say that these slopes have a slope of 5 over 5, and these sides have a slope of 1 over negative 7, or negative 1 over 7. And so now it is time for me to write a conclusion statement, because I did all of this work, and the conclusion statement is what is going to give me full credit. So I'm going to use the name of the quadrilateral. So Quadrilateral NATS is a rhombus because, so I'm repeating what the question told me to do. And this could look many different ways. I'm going to say a rhombus has 4 congruent sides. And so I now need to include my evidence in this. I say it has 4 congruent sides, and then I could say all 4 sides. And I'm just taking all of this work that I did here and putting it into a sentence. And this is your completed proof that quadrilateral NATS is a rhombus.